Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Salesforce record from new follow-up boss person. Here my objective is that as soon as a new person will be added in my follow-up boss account, automatically that same person should be added as a new lead in Salesforce. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up a connection between follow-up boss and Salesforce, and that we are going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect works on two principles, trigger and action. So in trigger we are going to take follow-up boss, and then in action we are going to take follow-up boss once again, and then finally we are going to take Salesforce, and we are going to connect all of them by using Pabbly Connect in order to automate this entire process. And to learn the entire automation step by step, let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to create a Salesforce leads whenever a new person will be created or added in follow-up boss. So I want that as soon as a new person will be added in my follow-up boss CRM account, automatically that same person should be added as a lead in my Salesforce account. Okay. So we are going to create an automation for this process by setting up a connection between follow-up boss and Salesforce, and that we are going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation software which allows us to connect multiple applications without any coding or programming skills to automate our task. This is the homepage of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by typing this URL pabbly.com/connect. After coming here, we can find two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, you can directly click on sign in, but if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, when you will create your account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, as an existing user, I'm directly clicking on sign in. This is the all apps section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here on the dashboard, we can find all of our workflows which we have created. And we can also create folders here to save the workflows. As you can find, I have multiple folders over here. I have created them to save my workflows accordingly on my dashboard. Now to create a new workflow, we have to click on this create workflow option. Let's do that. And here a dialog box will appear in front of us. It is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let us provide a name over here. Add follow-up boss person as a lead in Salesforce. After giving the name, we can also select the folder in which we want to save this workflow. So I'm going to select follow-up boss and Salesforce automation folder. And now I'm going to click on create. After doing this, we can find that two windows are open in front of us. First is the trigger and the other is action. Now, as I told you that Pabbly Connect runs on trigger and action. So these two are the main concepts on which the entire automation runs. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says to this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. Now, let's suppose we are going to take follow-up boss in our trigger and Salesforce in our action. And we want that whenever a new person will be added in follow-up boss, automatically that same person should be added as a lead in Salesforce. So our action is following what the trigger commands, because when the trigger happens, that means when the person is created in follow-up boss, then only that same person will be added as a lead. Okay. Now, after understanding this concept, let's start creating the workflow step by step. So first of all, we have to select our trigger application. Now, my objective is that as soon as a new person will be added in follow-up boss, then the response should be captured here in Pabbly Connect. For that, our trigger application will be follow-up boss. So let us select that. And now we have to select our trigger event. Trigger event will be the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger. So new person added will be our trigger event over here. So whenever a new person will be added, the response will be captured, and with that response, the workflow is going to trigger automatically. Now let's click on connect. Now from the given options, I'm going to select add new connection, and to build a new connection, we have to provide a API key. So from where we are going to find this API key? For that, I'm going to take you towards my follow-up boss account. And here we have to create our key. And here from the admin section, we can find the option of modes. Under more, we can find API. And now to create a new key, we have to click on this create API key button. Now I'm going to provide a name to my key. Let's say new test, and now I'm going to click on create API key button, and here our key is ready. So let us copy the key. We will close this and go back towards Pabbly Connect. We will paste the key, and here it is given that you need to keep the password field blank if you have entered the API key. So I'm going to remove the password from here, and now I'm going to click on save. As we have done that, we can find that follow-up boss is now successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So we will move further. Here we have to click on the save and send test request button. and we can find that it is showing waiting for response. That means now we have to do a test submission by creating a person so that the response could be captured over here. And for creating the person, I am going to use a contact form which I have created, and I've linked this form with my follow-up boss account. Okay, so now whenever a person is going to enter the details in this form and submit it, that person will be added as a new person in my follow-up boss account. Okay, so I'm going to enter the details in this particular form to submit it. Let's start with the name. Let's say the name is dummy lead. Here I'm going to enter the email dummylead404@pabblytudes.com, and here I'm going to enter the number. Let's say done. Now I'm going to submit the form, and here the form is submitted. So let's go back towards Pabbly Connect, and here we will wait for a few seconds. And we can find that here we have received the response. In the response, we have received the details related to the person, but we have not received the name, email, and the phone number, all the other details of the person which is recently created, so that we will be able to create a lead in Salesforce. Okay, so for getting all these details, we are going to use the ID which we have received from follow-up boss. So once again, in our action application, we are going to connect follow-up boss. Let us select follow-up boss as our action application also. And now we are going to select the action event as get a person. So with the help of the ID which we have received in our trigger response, we are going to find the person, and we will get all other details as well. Let's click on connect, and we will go with existing connection only. Let's click on save. And here we are going to enter the ID. And now after building the connection, we are going to enter the ID of the person which we have received. But we have to make sure that we have to keep the ID dynamic so that it could get changed each time. Okay, so for that we have to map the data from our previous response. Now mapping is inserting data from previous step. Okay, so we will turn this mapping button on, and here the ID is given. So I will just remove the existing ID, and I will select my previous response. Okay, so here our previous response is given, and here are all the details. We want to map the ID. Let us select that, and it is mapped. So when we have mapped this ID, it has become dynamic. Now this means that with each and every new response, it is going to replace. So whenever a new person will be created in follow-up boss, automatically the ID is going to be replaced in this particular field, and a new ID of a new person will come here. Okay, now when we are going to click on save and send test request button, we can find that we have received the response, and in the response we have received all the details related to the person. And now by using these details, we are going to create a lead in Salesforce. So for that we have to connect Salesforce with Pabbly Connect. Let us click on this add action step button, and we will select our action application as Salesforce. Now let us select the action event also, and that will be create lead. So I want to create a lead in Salesforce. Let us click on connect, and now from the given options, I am going to select add new connection to build a new connection with Salesforce account. If you already have an existing connection, you can also go with that. Now we have to click on this connect with Salesforce, and we can find that now Pabbly Connect is asking us for the permission to access our Salesforce account. Let us click on allow, as it is 100% safe. And as we have done that, we can find that our authorization has become successful. After building the connection, let us move further. Here we have to enter the details in these fields in order to create a lead in Salesforce. Let us start with the name. So it is asking us for the last name and the first name. Let us map the details which we have received from follow-up boss. Okay, so here this is the last name lead, and we are going to map the first name as well. Okay, if you want, you can give the title also. Now it is asking us the company name. So I have not received any company name in my response, and this field is mandatory, therefore I have entered none over here. If you have received the company name also, you can also map that. Now here I'm going to map the phone number, and at last the email address. So this is the email ID. Done. Now, if you want, you can also enter the details like city, state, or etc. I'm going to ignore these fields because they are not mandatory, and I'm directly going to click on save and send test request button. Now, as we have done that, we can find that we have received the response. In the response, we have received the ID of the lead. So let's go and check in Salesforce. We will go towards the lead section, and here we can find that dummy lead is recently added over here with the same phone number. This means that our workflow is perfectly successful. Okay, let's go back towards Pabbly Connect, and we will summarize what we have done here in the workflow. So we have taken 3 simple steps: trigger and 2 actions. In trigger, we have taken follow-up boss. In action also, we have taken follow-up boss. And in final action, we have taken Salesforce. And we have connected all of them by using Pabbly Connect in such a way that now whenever a new person will be added in follow-up boss, automatically that person will be searched, and all the details of that person will be fetched out. And by using those same details, automatically a lead will be created in Salesforce. Okay, this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate many other applications by using Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can directly reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask any pricing related issue, then you can directly reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful in any way, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also, please like our videos and subscribe our channel to learn more such automations.